is at half court between Ryan Howard and Caitlin Clark. At half court between Ryan Howard and Caitlin Clark.
And last game.
It's at half court between Ryan Howard and Caitlin Clark.
And last game.
In the high-stakes world of women's basketball, few stories pack the punch like this one. Caitlin Clark, the fearless Iowa Hawkeyes superstar turned WNBA rookie, has dazzled fans with her scoring prowess and relentless fire until now. Today, we're diving into the fiery clash that ended her incredible streak, the intense rivalry that's fueling her journey, and what this chaos reveals about resilience, competition, and the true heart of sports. If you love stories of passion, rivalry, and the fight to be the best, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a moment. Let's get into it. Few athletes in women's basketball have captured the imagination quite like Caitlin Clark. Her journey began long before her professional debut, rooted in a small town in Iowa, where her prodigious talent became evident at an early age. As a high school star, she dominated local competitions, earning statewide recognition for her scoring, court vision, and leadership. At the University of Iowa, Clark's star shone brighter than ever. Her style was daring, taking contested shots, threading impossible passes, and leading her team with a fearless attitude that earned her national attention. Her scoring prowess shattered records, and her clutch performances in tight games made her a household name. Whether draining deep three-pointers or making highlight reel assists, Clark's game was electrifying. Her fearless approach earned her numerous accolades, including the 2023-24 NCAA Player of the Year, and the nickname the Queen of Clutch became synonymous with her fearless, unshakable confidence. Fans loved her for her swagger, her ability to elevate her teammates, and her refusal to shy away from big moments. When she declared for the WNBA draft, the basketball world buzzed with anticipation. Her transition to the professional stage was seamless in many respects. Clark continued to dazzle, setting new records and displaying a skill set that made her one of the league's most exciting young stars. But beyond the highlights and accolades, Clark's personality, fiery, confident, and sometimes controversial, has made her one of the most talked about figures in women's sports. Rivalries and the fire of competition. Rivalry is often considered the heartbeat of sports. It's what fuels narratives, ignites passions, and transforms games from mere contests into epic battles that fans remember for years. Rivalries generate excitement, foster intense competition, and elevate the sport's profile by adding layers of drama and personality. For athletes, rivalries can be a source of motivation, pushing them to perform at their best, and for fans, they create compelling storylines that keep engagement high. In women's basketball, this dynamic has become increasingly prominent as the sport continues to grow and stars like Caitlin Clark emerge as defining figures of a new era. Clark's journey in the sport has been punctuated by moments of fierce rivalry and emotional intensity. Her first notable rivalry on the collegiate level developed last season with Angel Reese, LSU's talented and physical forward. Their matchups were more than just basketball games. They became spectacles of grit, passion, and competitive fire. The encounters between Clark and Reese were characterized by physical contact, trash talk, and moments that hinted at deeper competitive tensions. These interactions weren't just about scoring or winning, they were about asserting dominance, sending psychological messages, and establishing a mental edge over one another. Clark's reaction to Reese's physicality and her vocal presence on the court sparked debates among fans and analysts alike. Was she demonstrating her passion and fire, or was she crossing boundaries of sportsmanship? Some saw her as embodying the fearless spirit of a competitor, unafraid to play with intensity. Others cautioned that such confrontations could risk escalating into unsportsmanlike conduct. Regardless of the opinions, the rivalry between Clark and Reese added an extra layer of entertainment to the games, fueling fan engagement and media coverage. As Clark transitioned into her professional career, her rivalries have only intensified, with new opponents stepping into the spotlight. One of the most talked about recent confrontations has been with Ryan Howard of the Atlanta Dream. Howard, known for her physical style of play and scoring prowess, has become one of Clark's key rivals in the league. Their recent matchup turned into a symbolic battle of wills, a clash of two talented competitive players eager to establish their dominance. The Atlanta Dream clash. The game between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream was already anticipated to be a heated contest. Both teams, motivated by the desire to showcase their skills and secure an important win, entered the game with a fierce, competitive spirit. But midway through the first quarter, the simmering tension erupted into a heated exchange that would generate headlines and social media buzz. It all began with a foul call on Clark's teammate at half court. Clark, already feeling the pressure of her own performance, was visibly frustrated. As the game progressed, her frustration boiled over during a one-on-one matchup with Ryan Howard. Howard, a physical, aggressive scorer, challenged Clark with a provocative taunt, "Try it," daring her to make a move or respond physically. This moment was captured in a leaked audio recording, verified by multiple sources, which revealed Clark's calm but confident response. She said, "I'm not scared of you," with an almost taunting tone that cut through the noise of the arena. Her words signaled her refusal to back down, asserting her confidence and mental resilience. Then, with a sarcastic thumbs-up gesture, Clark turned away from Howard and headed to the bench, her body language radiating a mixture of defiance and self-assuredness. The intensity of the exchange electrified the crowd, creating a charged atmosphere that epitomized the essence of a fierce rivalry. Players from both teams quickly intervened, trying to separate the two competitors, but the message was clear: Caitlin Clark was not going to be intimidated or bullied. Her display of emotional strength and confidence added a new dimension to her persona, one that combined skill, grit, and unapologetic competitiveness. The on-court battle. Despite the heat of the exchange, the game continued with grit and determination. The Fever managed to edge out the Dream 81-76 in a hard-fought victory that showcased resilience and mental toughness. Clark's individual stats told a nuanced story. She finished with 11 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Solid contributions, but far from her usual scoring dominance. Her shooting from beyond the arc was an uncharacteristic 0 for 5, ending her remarkable streak of at least one three-pointer in 140 consecutive games, a record that spanned her entire college career and her early WNBA games. The streak's end was a symbolic moment. It was a reminder that even the most unstoppable shooters face cold streaks. Clark's ability to adapt and contribute in other ways, setting up teammates, playing tough defense, proved her resilience and mental strength. Her shooting drought also sparked widespread discussion about the mental and emotional aspects of shooting. How do even the best shooters handle periods of cold? Clark's response, continued effort, active playmaking, showed her maturity and growth as a player. What made Clark's recent confrontation with Howard so compelling wasn't just the words exchanged, but the attitude behind them. Her "I'm not scared of you" statement, paired with a confident thumbs up, was a bold declaration. An athlete asserting her dominance, her fearlessness, and her refusal to be intimidated. Leaked audio revealed that Clark didn't shy away from provocation. She engaged in verbal exchanges, challenging her opponents beyond just the physicality of the game. This bravado is part of her personality, a trait that fuels her success but also invites criticism. Some analysts argue that such confidence is necessary for elite athletes, especially in a sport where mental toughness can be the difference in close games. Others caution that crossing certain lines could lead to escalation and undermine sportsmanship. Regardless, Clark's display of emotional intensity adds layers to her persona, both as a player and as a symbol of a new wave of women's basketball stars unafraid to embrace their competitive fire. Clark's historic shooting streak comes to a halt. Perhaps the most talked about aspect of this game was Clark's streak ending. The first time in her career she went a game without making a three-pointer. Her streak of 140 consecutive games with at least one three had been a defining feature of her game, a testament to her shooting range, consistency, and fearless mentality. The streak's conclusion was more than just a statistical milestone. It was a moment of humility and reflection. It reminded fans and critics alike that even the most unstoppable shooters have their off nights. It also underscored the importance of mental resilience. How players respond to setbacks can define their careers. Clark's overall performance, while not her best shooting night, still showed her leadership. She contributed with assists, active defense, and rebounding, showing her all-around game and willingness to impact the game in multiple ways. Her ability to bounce back from adversity will be crucial moving forward. Will she regain her shooting touch, or will opponents start to challenge her outside shot more aggressively? The league is watching with anticipation. Rivalries, passion, and the future of women's basketball. Clark's recent performances highlight key themes in women's sports: rising star power, emotional intensity, and the league's evolving narrative. Her streak ending was a moment of humility, but also an opportunity to demonstrate resilience. The rivalries she's involved in, whether with Reese, Howard, or others, are more than just entertainment. They are building blocks for a more compelling and authentic league. Fans crave stories, personalities, and rivalries that add drama and depth. Clark's fearless attitude, combined with her undeniable talent, makes her a trailblazer. She embodies a new generation of women athletes, unafraid to show their passion, their grit, and their personality. This shift is vital for growing the sport's popularity and breaking down outdated stereotypes about women's athletics being passive or subdued. At the same time, balancing competitiveness with sportsmanship remains critical. The league and players must find ways to channel rivalries into positive energy that drives growth without crossing boundaries into unsportsmanlike conduct. Clark's story is just beginning. Her recent setbacks, her shooting drought, her fiery exchanges, and her streak ending are part of her evolution as a player and person. Her resilience in bouncing back from adversity will define her legacy. Will she learn to harness her fiery passion into leadership and consistency, or will emotional moments overshadow her talent? The answers lie in her continued growth, both on and off the court. Fellow players, coaches, and analysts recognize her potential to be one of the league's all-time greats. Her rivalry with Howard and others will continue to develop, creating storylines that captivate fans and elevate women's basketball to new heights. Caitlin Clark's recent game encapsulates the essence of elite sports: incredible talent, human vulnerability, passionate rivalries, and the pursuit of greatness amid chaos. Her "I'm not scared" declaration, her streak ending, and her fiery exchanges all combine to form a compelling narrative, one that resonates beyond just basketball. Greatness isn't always about perfection. It's about resilience, growth, and embracing the messy, unpredictable moments that define a career. Clark's journey exemplifies this truth. She's not just a scorer or a competitor, she's a symbol of a new era, one where passion, personality, and perseverance come together to shape the future of women's sports. Fans, critics, and aspiring players alike watch her rise, stumble, and rise again. Her story reminds us that true greatness often emerges from chaos, challenge, and the refusal to back down. As Caitlin Clark continues her career, she will undoubtedly face more ups and downs, but her fearless attitude and her unwavering belief in herself will remain her greatest assets. Her journey is a testament to the fact that sports are as much about human stories as they are about scores and stats. Her rivalry with Howard, her resilience after a shooting drought, and her willingness to confront opponents head-on make her a compelling figure whose influence extends beyond the court. Women's basketball is evolving, and Caitlin Clark is at the forefront, redefining what it means to be a star. Her story is far from over, and the best chapters are yet to come.